All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I almost messed up there. Appreciate you tuning into the channel. So this video is going to be on how I help millionaires master their minds. I have a ton of content coming up, as you can kind of see real quick, so forgive me for that. But I have worked with a lot of people in the realm of wellness and hypnotherapy and high performance coaching. Athletes, Olympians, highly successful entrepreneurs, highly successful people in corporate positions, sales, army veterans, students, so on and so forth, everything in between, media personalities, entertainers. So I'm not a celebrity by any means yet. However, I do have quite a bit of experience working with people from every walk of life, okay? And there's a lot I could say about how I help millionaires master their minds. This should be a continuing series, or a series of lectures. Maybe I should have gotten my PowerPoint out for this, but I have another video. I can't remember the name. I'll try and link it in the description, but it's where I'm going through all the different trends of millionaires and highly successful people in terms of how they think. That's definitely going to relate to this video. But anyway, let's get right into it. So the main thing that I focus on with people that counts for everything is speech, being very mindful of the things that we say. The reason being is because the words we say are the spells that we cast into our reality. And more importantly, this is the beginning of what we call self-hypnosis. This is a term that I'm bringing into light. It's a practice that I am bringing into light. Self-hypnosis happens on a couple of different levels. And the most common level that it happens, unfortunately without people knowing it, is through speech. There is a reason why humans are the only species in our known universe that has the ability to speak and to think about the things that we have said, are saying, and are about to say. It is a God-given ability, speech. Do not waste it. And so going back to my clients, the first thing I try to do is get them to be very mindful of what they say and to treat the power of their tongue almost like a wand, and to make sure that you're speaking your vision into existence rather than complaining and giving all of your energy to the current circumstance, especially in a negative way. I would say that it's better to just, if you're going to complain about something, do it in private. Don't go like, just be mindful of what you give energy, right? But I know that I'm setting people up for success if I can just get them to discipline themselves in that way. And what happens is, and here's the thing about millionaires, is they're successful for a reason, largely because they're very, very, very committed. They're very committed to improvement. And so they take this very seriously. And what happens is, when you start to become very mindful of what you're saying, you'll then quickly realize how loose everybody else is with their words. Nobody watches what they say anymore. And here's the thing, this is one thing you should write down. Our words, my clients who are watching this know I say this all the time. Your words are not observations. They are declarations, right? At the simplest level. My word, like, if I were to say that this room is bright, you might say that I'm observing the room. I see that it's bright, therefore I say this room is bright. But what's really happening, no matter how you want to spin it, is I'm declaring that this room is bright, right? And here's the thing, and this is the subconscious part of it all, right? We as human beings, just the way our brain is designed and the way human beings are wired, we will subconsciously reinforce our beliefs. We subconsciously look to reinforce the things we believe to be true in really subtle ways. In really, really subtle ways. And when you say something enough, when you declare that something is true to you in your reality often enough, you then begin to believe it. And when you believe it, you look to reaffirm it. Everything about the way my brain is constructed is designed for me to reaffirm the fact that I think that this is a phone, right? Everything about how I perceive reality is designed for me to believe that this is a phone. Okay? And that's just a very small example, but like, because partially because I keep declaring that, okay, this is a phone. I could declare that this is a tool. I could declare that this is obviously without getting weird about it, but like I could declare that this is a tool. I could declare that this is a calculator. I could declare that this is a GPS tracker, and you will start to treat it as such. Yes, it can still make calls, but let's say its primary usage is for creating content. Then I will treat it as such. Do you see what I mean? So that is it's a very subtle difference, but when you look at like a very long-term path, a very subtle difference in trajectory takes you to a totally different destination. And that's why this stuff matters, because millionaires are in this for the long game. They play the long game at everything, in business, in finance, in health, in relationships, and in life. They play the long game, so they know that very subtle changes in how they speak, or changes in their character, or changes in their thinking, even if it's by a degree or a tenth of a degree, they know that that takes them over 10 years to a totally different destination. And that, I think, is a defining difference between millionaires, successful people, and people who always just go in circles. Is successful people have a much longer time horizon. They have a much longer time horizon, and other people don't. Other people want it right now. And that's the hardest thing to get around, is to like put yourself in a position where you can live without seeing immediate results. You should do that, right? Thankfully, I don't have to babysit people in the work that I do. I refuse to. But self-hypnosis, how I get millionaires to master their minds, it's through self-hypnosis. It's through speech, point blank period. Why? Because it's not the most potent way immediately, right? Versus me just hypnotizing you, for example. But over the long run, it's like compound interest. Like it really adds up over an extended period of time, and it's the most accessible. Like you don't have to pay anybody to watch what you say or to speak the right things into existence. Maybe you might need where I could be of assistance is helping you with the right mantras, affirmations, things like that. But I mean, even that's very accessible. They're everywhere on the internet, right? But anyway. So that's the main point here, guys. Okay, self-hypnosis. Now I'm gonna make this a thing. Mark my words, because I think that is out of everything I do, that's probably the one thing that I've seen has changed people's lives the most and the fastest is self-hypnosis. So I'm gonna make that a whole thing. But anyway, if you've lasted this long, join QLA. It's $5. It's a very limited time promo, 88% off. It's usually $45, but it's $5 a month. Cancel anytime, and hit the thumbs up button. If you want to help other people find these videos, hit the thumbs up button. I'm out, guys. Peace.